This is the Kennedy Space Center, Skylab News Center. The countdown for the launch of Skylab II, scheduled for 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Friday, began on schedule at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time today. After installation of flight batteries in the Saturn 1B second stage and instrument unit, batteries will be powered up and a series of tests of flight control, radio frequency, and telemetry systems will be initiated. Loading of liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen in the command service module is scheduled for later today. The National Weather Service Spaceflight Meteorology Group said this morning that satisfactory weather is expected for the launch of Skylab II on Friday morning. Although there is a strong likelihood of afternoon and evening thunder showers on Thursday, countdown activity should not be greatly affected and such thunderstorms would dissipate during the night. On Friday morning, scattered clouds are expected in the launch area with visibility of about 8 miles, southwest winds 10 miles per hour, and temperature about 78 degrees. Near normal conditions are expected over the usually cloudy North Atlantic, but should be of no particular concern to the launch. Skylab II crew members Charles Conrad, Joseph Kerwin, and Paul Weitz arrived at Kennedy Space Center late yesterday. This morning they're undergoing their F-2 medical examinations, and this afternoon they're scheduled for a bench review of items to be stowed in the command module and a stowage briefing. The tools to be used by the crew in work on the solar array and the twin-pole solar shield that would be deployed from the command module by Joseph Kerwin during a stand-up EVA are scheduled to arrive at Kennedy Space Center about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time today. The tools were developed by the Johnson Space Center and the Marshall Space Flight Center, and the twin-pole solar shield by the Marshall Space Flight Center. The Parasol solar shield that will be deployed by Paul Weitz from the Workshop Scientific Airlock is scheduled to arrive at Kennedy Space Center later today. The Parasol was developed by Johnson Space Center. That concludes our report.
This is Skylab Control at 0 hours GMT. The Skylab space station is now in its 149th revolution, midway through the nighttime part of its orbit about the Earth. The spacecraft will continue a 68-degree pitched-up attitude for one additional daylight pass, ending at Vanguard. Then at about 1:19 Greenwich Mean Time, or 8:19 p.m. Central Daylight Time, commands will be sent to return the spacecraft to a lower pitch, 45 degrees up, so that batteries can be recharged by the Apollo telescope mount solar cells. The pitched-up attitude has already brought some temperatures down in the workshop area, where film and food are stored. Floor-level food storage areas are now estimated to be at 125 degrees, while wall areas are estimated at 127.5 degrees. Of the 25 atmospheric gas temperature transducers recorded on mission control displays, 12 continue to read off-scale high, or above 120 degrees. Other readings vary from 55.9 in the multiple docking adapter to 116.6 on the experimental compartment ceiling. The suit umbilical system coolant loop, aluminum tubing filled with water, is still recording 34.0 degrees Fahrenheit. A temperature increase is expected during the coming night as a result of the SUS habitation area reset attitude maneuver now underway. A fluctuation in the output of charger battery regulator module number 17, that's CBRM number 17, which indicated an electrical output of about 1/2 the normal level, then accelerated to more than normal output, has now stopped. This charger battery regulator module is now producing at a normal level and is expected to cause no further problems. This is Skylab Control at 2 minutes after the hour.
We're approaching the 1 minute mark in our countdown. Mark, T-minus 1 minute. 1 minute and counting in the launch of the first manned mission in Skylab. T-minus 50 seconds, T-minus 50 seconds and counting, and we are now going to internal power. All stages switching to internal power. Stages now and fuel tanks pressurized. Approaching the 30-second mark in the countdown. At 30 seconds, water will begin spraying on the deck of the mobile launcher. T-minus 30 seconds, and the countdown continuing to go smoothly. The Skylab itself orbiting some 780 nautical miles northeast of KSC at this time. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. T-minus 15. At T-minus 3.1 seconds, we'll expect the engine sequence to start on the vehicle. T-minus 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Engine sequence start. 2, 1, 0. We have launch commit and we have liftoff. The clock is running and Skylab has cleared the tower.
Tower in Houston, Skylab II. We fix anything. We got a pitch and a roll program.
Houston is now controlling.
The thrust is go on all engines.
Boy, is that a smooth ride.
25 seconds, pitch and roll program started. Skylab now maneuvering to its proper flight path attitude. Mark 35 seconds, 1 nautical mile in altitude. Given a green by range safety. Mark 45 seconds, cabin pressure relieving, adjusting now from sea level to a space environment. Mark 50 seconds, 2 nautical miles in altitude.
And roll is complete, Houston.
Roger. Stand by for mode 1 Bravo. Mark, mode 1 Bravo.
Roger, propellant up is RCS command.
Roger.
Mark 1 minute 8 seconds, roll program complete.
Skylab Houston, your feet wet.
Roger, feet wet.
That call up from Capcom Dick Truly says Skylab now capable of water landing. 1 minute 20 seconds, passing through the period of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. 1 minute 25 seconds, 8 nautical miles in altitude. Mark 1 minute 35 seconds, pass through max Q. Skylab still flying steady on all 8 engines.
Okay, EDS auto, 2 engine out, launch vehicle rates are all off.
Roger. Stand by for mode 1 Charlie. Mark, you mode 1 Charlie.
1 Charlie.
A status check in mission control by Flight Director Phil Schaffer. A go, no go for staging. Given a go for staging.
Houston, your go for staging, you're looking good.
Mark 2 minutes 6 seconds, 21 nautical miles in altitude, 20 nautical miles downrange. Velocity now reading 5,947 feet per second. Coming up now on staging and shutdown. Center engine shutdown. 7 outboards out.
Right, I got an S4B light, Houston, and a nice staging.
Roger that.
Mark 2 minutes 35 seconds, staging on schedule. Conrad White's Kerwin now riding on a good second stage engine. Coming up now on launch escape tower jettison.
4B.
Tower jet, Houston, on time.
Roger, tower jettison, your mode 2.
Mark 3 minutes 2 seconds, 47 nautical miles in altitude. The launch escape tower now ejected, reports Conrad. His crew safety roll no longer required. 3 minutes 12 seconds, 50 nautical miles in altitude, 84 nautical miles downrange. Velocity now reading 8,200 feet per second. 2 minutes 25 seconds, the first stage and launch escape tower both falling away now, headed for their own splashdowns. Meanwhile, Conrad White's Kerwin now at 58 nautical miles. Skylab continuing to climb, moving out well beyond the Earth's atmosphere.
Okay, Houston, the computer looks good here.
Roger, we concur. CMC's go.
3 minutes 58 seconds, 66 nautical miles in altitude, 140 nautical miles downrange.
Houston, looking good. Go at 4 minutes.
And we're go here, Houston.
At 4 minutes 15 seconds, now at 71 nautical miles in altitude, 167 nautical miles downrange. Skylab's onboard performance continues smooth. Onboard readings show Conrad White's Kerwin with their computer and program 11, the Earth Orbit Insertion Program, ticking off their own altitude and velocity. Velocity now reading 9,852 feet per second. Mark 4 minutes 40 seconds, 77 nautical miles in altitude, 199 nautical miles downrange. Flight Director Phil Schaffer pulsing his flight control team, looking good.
Skylab Houston, your go at 5 minutes. The trajectory is right on the nominal.
And we're go here, Houston. Looks good in here.
Roger.
Hey, Joe. Other rendezvous checklist. Dig out and load verb 23 down 22 with the docking angle.
Skylab Houston, we're AOS at Goldstone. We got you for the next 16 minutes.
Okay, Houston. Time, wait. Give me the TV. Let me give you a brief description as you suspected solar wing 1 and 2, right? No, 2 is gone. Completely off the bird. Solar wing 1 is in fact partially deployed, and the reason that you got different readings, not symmetric between your 3 solar panels, is there's a bulge of meteorite shield underneath it in the middle, and it looks to be holding it down. I think that we can take care of that with the SEVA. It looks at first inspection like we ought to be able to get it out. The gold foil has turned considerably black in the sun.
Roger, copy. Say again, Enco.
The solar cell is clear. There's some. Hey, Houston.
Go ahead.
On the vent modules, all the covers are still intact.
Roger.
The covers did not leave the vent modules on wing number 1.
Copy.
Can tell which way to point this son of a gun from the...
Roger.
Houston, are we too close or too far for you?
I think you're real good, Pete. We can see that whole wing.
Okay, be advised we have all 4 service module quad lights on from overheat. They read 200 degrees.
Roger.
I find it. This thing is TV sets too big for in here. Dick?
Roger, we're looking at it. I assume you're pointing just about in the place where the meteoroid shield is underneath the wing. Is that correct?
Well, I'm trying to, but my picture is turned inside out and backwards, and the camera hangs up in here in a couch structure.
Roger.
Okay, Houston, it looks like the meteoroid shield at the upper vent panel on the SAS wing has wrapped around it just slightly. Are we? Now, my guess is that our easiest thing to do is just go to the end and try and deploy it.
Roger. Pete, from which side of the SAS is the meteoroid shield slightly wrapped around? Is it on the side of the main tunnel or the underside?
The other side, Dick.
Roger.
Did you see a good TV picture or not? No, I haven't been able to give him one. They can't point it. The damn spacecraft keeps drifting. I have a hard time getting the thing to correlate it.
Well, hang in there, Paul. It isn't real steady, but every now and then we're getting some pretty clear views, and we can replay it.
Better.
And Skylab Houston, we think that's green Teflon on the underside of the meteoroid shield that you were probably commenting on just a minute ago.
Yeah, that's what it is now. Right by the scientific airlock, the gold foil has curled up on at the plus X end of it. But I don't think that'll hinder any kind of a deployment attempt.
Roger. And Houston, request you go to peak light on the TV so we can see a little bit better down in the crevice.
That's where I've been, babe.
Okay, fine.
All right, I'm getting awful close to the discount antenna. It's about 5 feet sitting outside the window there.
And Pete, one question that I would like to ask you, and that is, you said you could see the butterfly hinge a while ago. Could you tell us the condition of it?
Well, the butterfly hinge is underneath the SAS wing all the way on the far side of it, and it's up.
Roger.
I didn't even notice the feet. Oh. Yeah, but the one thing that's bothering me though is that if this was the wing that was down and locked, and then they opened it, then it pulled that meteoroid shield as far as it did. It pulled it 18. That's a hell of a good point. And that's where it's hanging up the solar panel right at the upper vent plate. Does that make sense to you, Houston? The upper of the 3 vent plates, which is just below where the meteoroid shield starts, the top part of it starts. That part is wrapped onto the SAS beam by about 3 or 4 inches.
Roger, Pete, and I think you gave us a real good picture of that piece of metal just a second ago.
So with us, Houston?
Affirmative, sure are. Still got about 9 minutes left in this pass.
What time is it? Tell me when daylight is at night, 8:24.
CDR Houston, you still got 21 minutes of daylight, and it's at 8:26.